Oh, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so be honest. How many of you waited until last minute to work on this project? Like many of you, I have too, and that is called procrastination. Knowing about procrastination and how to deal with it is important because it can lower your stress and also ensure that you never miss assignment deadlines. Okay. Because I'm a major procrastinator, I decided to do some research about it so I can better help myself and everybody else here. So there are 3 important things to know about procrastination. Today I will talk about procrastination in the brain. There's 6 different types of procrastination and how to deal with procrastination. Okay, knowing your brain. To begin, I will talk about procrastination in the brain. So the first thing you know about procrastination is how it works in the brain. It is caused by the limbic system right here. And that system is what causes procrastination because it processes pain and reward. This is also a reason for short gratification, why we want that. So when you're doing something unpleasant like homework or studying, this system tells you to like find something else to do, or probably like pause it and just stop it at all. And then we have the prefrontal cortex, and this kind of goes against procrastination, or the limbic system itself. So this system is known as the rational planner. This part of the brain helps with the long-term goals instead of short gratification. And when these two are like going against each other, they kind of play a tug of war. So after talking about your brain, now we're talking about the 6 different types of procrastinators. We have the perfectionist, we have the dreamer, we have the overdoer, we have the crisis maker, we have the defier, and last but not least, we have the worrier. So the worrier, they believe that work, like they were not able to get the work done. And sometimes they're probably like thinking about failing it, or just like not even doing it at all. Then we have the overdoer. This person takes on way too many tasks at once, probably like a lot of jobs and like trying to like handle job and school at the same time. It gets kind of hard for them. And sometimes they fear not living up to their own standards. Next we have the perfectionist. Next we have the perfectionist. Sometimes they might decide not to turn in work because they feel like they're not gonna get the best grade on it. And sometimes they probably not even gonna start the assignment itself. Next we have the crisis maker. This person's probably like most of us in here. This is people who kind of put themselves in stressful situations. They mainly focus on They mainly focus on last minute action for motivation. Next for the dreamer. This person sometimes believes like work is optional, but why should I have to work for this? This person also sometimes believes life should be easy and also are often considered lazy. And last, we have the defier. This person also believes they're above the work they have to do. Like if they have a job or a coworker and they get told what to do, they probably might defy them because they believe they're above that. So I've talked about the 6 different types of procrastinators. Now we're talking about how to deal with procrastination. So we have 2 main things: managing your time better and changing your environment. Okay. So managing your time better. You can probably make a planner or a calendar. With the planner, you can start listing out assignments, right? Or probably like put it on a day, like what happens at 1 o'clock on Tuesday? What happens at 3 o'clock on Wednesday? What happens at 4 o'clock on a Friday? And with the calendar, you can probably plan months ahead. Like what's happening January 31st or February 9th. And this can be a lot more organized with assignments. And next, we have to change your environment. So let's say you're doing an assignment, but like you're doing it in your bed, right? Or you're doing it on a kitchen table. You're not gonna be as efficient as if you were doing it on a desk, because your brain subconsciously thinks that when you're doing it on a bed, oh wait, I can probably relax now. Or if you're like doing it on a kitchen like table or something, oh, I should probably start eating now. But if you're doing it at a desk, your brain like thinks, oh yeah, it's work time now. So after talking about how to deal with procrastination, now I'm going to conclude. So we have talked about 3 important things about procrastination. Procrastination in the brain, the 6 different types of procrastinators, and ways to deal with procrastination. So if you're ever doing work and you're thinking about stopping it or doing it later, think of this and know that you're procrastinating. And then try to get back on task. Okay, thank you.